Hey guys, it's Mark, and today it's September 30th, 2017. I am here at Cal State University Fullerton campus in front of the Student Union. Today we have two conventions happening at the same time. The one in the back of me here, it's HMGS-PSW, the Historical Miniatures Gaming Society Pacific Southwest, but we also have the Orangecon, which is dealing with scale models. So I'm just going around, checking out the tables, checking out the different things, just to see what's happening. Hope you enjoy it. So here we are at the entrance of the HMGS table. It is our Miniwars Con 2017. What makes it special is this is the first time we're holding it in a large venue. We're going to go in, and Harmon, you got a few words to say to our fans out there. He is our president.
Come on down to the Miniwars 2017, and we'll see you at 2018 also.
All hail President Harmon. Thank you so much. Okay, here we are. This is the convention room for the HMGS guys. Now, we also have a Star Wars game. We got an X-Wing game going on here as well. So it is not that we're just historical miniatures gaming only. Hey, guys. So any particular battle you're trying to recreate today?
Actually, on this one, this scenario, we are doing Escape to the Death Star, where we have Han Solo against two TIE fighters that are trying to stop them from leaving the Death Star.
Okay.
So anyone who plays our demo today will get a good feel on how the mechanics of the game work, range shots, and just get a good way to kill some TIE fighters, get a taste of blood, and hopefully get involved in the game.
Awesome. So you don't have to have any experience playing this game. You're willing to teach the basics, right?
Today is all teaching, and then tomorrow we're doing a tournament.
Awesome. How many points for the tournament?
100 points.
Awesome.
It's a Swiss regular play, standard play, and 100-point tournament. Bring whatever list you want. Hope to see you there.
Awesome. Let me get a nice close-up here in the... Oh my gosh, yeah. And they use this to ram it into a certain Star Destroyer in Rogue One.
Actually, this is not that one. This is the one that the planes get on and it goes away and Episode 4 begins. This is the first ship you see. The one that's in Rogue One was the Hammerhead one from the Rebels cartoon.
My mistake.
It's okay. It's I've had a few people say that, so I know
that
where
shape. It's that shape right there. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much, guys. I hope good luck and enjoy the tournament.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got to pan around this table. This is 20mm scale. This is a World War II game. And just give you a close-up. This is some of the quote-unquote German technology toward the end of the war. Okay, just giving a little bit here.
He's a veteran. He's a 4. If you get any hits, it has to be assigned to the scientists. This was a big mistake putting these guys here.
That's not ours, that's the Russians.
Okay, the game is in progress, but just showing the spectacular. This is run by Wargamer Rabbit, Michael Verity. It's a 20mm scale. Giving you guys the awesomeness of 20mm scale on this table here.
Rob, you were the one that went looking in this building? Andy did. Andy, Russian.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. 2 dice from you. You're shooting at the Russians outside.
Right down to a camp with escaping prisoners. Nice. Everything is pulled out for this appearance, which is awesome.
Okay, he's a veteran.
Awesome, awesome. And to give you an idea, this is the event here. Okay. And over here we have a flame Gems of War version 4 tournament game going on here. Just showing you some of the.
So just for fun, I'm gonna launch a song.
And I'll show you guys a little bit some of the tables going on. Hey Hiato, how's it going?
Was wussten Sie, ist eigentlich Deutschland? Deutschland 2, ja? Ja? Ja, ja, ja.
Yeah. Deutschland über alles. I shouldn't be saying that. I really shouldn't. Is your list veteran? Is your list veteran or confident?
We're confident trained. However, I do have the special rule, enjoy the war.
Yes.
I do have my Kill HS-129, my beautiful Nova Wuffa, my Panzer Grenadier with a Pack 40 and a Pack 50. I do have 2 guys in the house that all Panzerfaust.
Okay.
Panzerfaust mechanized, and those beautiful 234 are actually 251s with the
Yeah.
Pack 40, and then these are the recon guys right here.
Wow, that is an awesome Russian objective, I must say. And I must pay attention to this certain HS-129 that has depleted uranium-tipped bullets.
It hasn't been working yet. He's been saving them so far. Because I've been shooting his Churchill, because his Churchill is one of his main core. The other one is the IS-2, and then which just came on right here.
Ooh.
And then he has also a core IS-2 over there. And I just deploy smoke around, so then I'm forcing him to do that to come out of hiding.
Come out and play.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. All right, awesome.
How come you're not playing?
I normally don't play tournaments myself, and I wasn't a guarantee that I was going to be here today. That's the thing. So I'm going to be playing in the Black Tower game. Nice. And somehow that gentleman over there, I can't put my finger on it, but I think he's pro-Russian. I can't figure that one out for the life of me. I am uploading this.
Maybe he's a farmer.
Ah, a state farmer. There you go.
He rolled a 1 now.
So he's gone, but he did get 3 in
Could you say that again, sir, please, for the camera?
Gods and Mortals. This is an Osprey game of ancient mythic combat between deities.
Cool.
We've got Greeks and Egyptians, but there's also Norse, Celtic, Japanese, and Mayan, pretty much anything.
Wow. Talk about fantasy.
Well, it's actually historical. Miniatures.
And we're gaming.
It's actually bloodier.
Yeah, that I believe it would be bloodier.
I think you get to keep going, right?
Now, is that tall figure over there, is that a character in play or is just decoration?
Decoration.
Okay. All right. And over here we have our 28 millimeter black powder Napoleonic era game. Dana, what can you tell us about the game?
It's a whole lot of fun, and I would not want to be on the receiving end of these French heavy cavalry.
Woo! Okay, well, yeah, I promise I'll be there for you.
All right.
Nothing like giving the Austrians a good pounding. I'm just saying. So, all right, thanks. Okay, so over here we got the at start with the French army. 28 millimeter figures. You're looking at about 2 inches, roughly, about 2-inch tall figures. This table is about 12 feet long, I believe. So that is Napoleon leading his army. Let's see, and I know I saw the Emperor himself, and yes, here he is. Here he is, the Emperor himself. Vive l'Empereur! And, some general dudes. And the banners. Okay. Of course, he's got a few allies running loose as well. And then on the other side, we have the Austrians. Again, 28 millimeter, ladies and gentlemen. The figure there.
One thing I went to breakfast with you guys just
Deviation.
Those are casualty markers.
And stop reading the division by
All right, what else do we have here? Here we have a recreation of Operation Market Garden, which occurred in September 1944, which is the central theme of this convention. So just giving you guys an idea as I back up. Here, there's two tables. You got the long one in front of you, and then you got the other one in the back. It is historical. Okay, tends to be my favorite. The scale is 28 millimeter scale. The Allies are trying to go up the highway to get to Arnhem, to get the bridge over the Rhine River and cut the war in Germany short by 6 months. In real life, they almost made it. They were 90% successful, but they couldn't hold on to the last bridge. Sadly to say, but that's just the way it is. So just giving you guys some ideas here. So you have the 55th Wessex Field Regiment Royal Artillery with the Lieutenant Colonel Wilson in charge. And then here you have the town of Eindhoven. Again, this is not fantasy. This actually does exist over in the Netherlands. Over there you see a German 88.
Can't save them anyhow, doesn't matter.
Sorry, guys. Okay. And over here we have the 101st Airborne Division, the Screaming Eagles, landing. Oops for that glider, but that happened in real life. And then over here, this is Nijmegen, the last main bridge onto Arnhem. As I swing over here, we've got ourselves 1863, the first day of the Battle of Gettysburg. You may notice that the figures are definitely smaller compared to the other ones you've seen, and the reality is they're 6 millimeter. But it's a spectacular. They're 5s? Okay, I'm sorry. Alan has corrected me. It's 5s. Long time no see, guys. I wasn't sure I was even going to make it. Yeah.
Are you going to get back into the hobby?
Black powder. It really wouldn't be right for me to sit there and just focus on HMGS, but the reality is we also have the IPNS Society. Here, this is the Orange County chapter, and they're here for their Orangecon. They were really cool enough to let HMGS hook up with them today, and I want to make sure that you guys have a chance to see what do scale modelers do. So I'm going into the display room here. I'm going to take a quick look. So these are various models that are entered in for the contest, for judging. There are different categories. I do not know all of them. While I am not a scale modeler myself, I do appreciate the good work in there. I'm going to point out that this particular Star Wars fighter is responsible for taking out 2 Star Destroyers in Return of the Jedi. Part of my childhood, the original Enterprise. Awesome. So just giving you guys an idea, we also have Gundam models, we have Macross models, we have the SD scale, meaning super deformed models here as well. Here's a Desert Zaku from, oh gosh, I can't remember it right now. Oh well, I'm gonna move on here. So you guys can see what's happening. You also got model planes as well, again, for the scale modelers. It is a question of detail and accuracy, and that's a pretty important thing for them. They really appreciate that. So I'm sure some of these folks, perhaps it's their first time that they have entered in the contest. I'm sure there's some who are pros at it. As we go through, and there are enthusiasts out there, there's, like I said, there's different categories. See for individual figures as well. yes, I will honor that sign of not touching the models. That would be tempting, but no. Models are fairly fragile, okay, which is understandable.
What do you think that is right there?
I don't know. I'm not a military.
That's a King Tiger tank.
Is it?
Yeah.
What is that? His backpack and his helmet? Because he's not.
Okay, so I'm going to go through another table here to show you guys the planes. They're going to, excuse me. I'm just trying to do justice for everybody here. And over here. Now, I don't have the fancy video editing equipment, guys, so if it looks unprofessional as far as the final cut of the video, that's because I'm not a professional. But I wanted to have you guys see the different kinds of modeling that is taking place out there. Again, this is the first time that HMGS and the International Plastic Modelers Society are together here in Cal State Fullerton. Oops. Okay, let's try again. So again, it does cover different time periods. It covers different genres. Planes, tanks, cars. But you know, no scale modeling convention would be complete without ships. No scale modeling convention is going to be complete without scale model ships to go with it. So I'm just filming pretty much what the going-ons of the entire convention between HMGS and you guys. And I'm going to put that up on YouTube. King Tiger Group. Ooh. And that's 1/100 scale. That's perfect for Flames of War. Being an allied player, I tend to see burning tigers are much a nicer sight. Over here are all the trophies that they are going to be presenting to the scale modelers. Okay? I wanted to catch this part over here so you guys could see it. And sometimes you get some humorous with the scale dioramas. This is 1/16th scale here, just World War II German paratroopers. Just beautiful, beautiful work. Okay, I'm going to have to go, but I wanted to take one last sweep here of the models that are available.
Darnell's outside.
And that's it. Well, here we are. This is the vendor room here for the IPMS guys. And as you can see, it is fairly well attended. And over here we have a DBA tournament. DBA is a tournament-style game using 15mm miniatures, 12 elements per army. The armies are historical. You don't need that many figures to play, and it's been around for a long, long time. Each game is different. You have different terrain, and the setup is random in terms of where the terrain and build-up areas go. So I wanted to show you guys that. 15mm is about 1/100th scale. I, on the other hand, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be one of Napoleon's these infantry division commanders for this battle against the Austrians, not Australians, the Austrians.
Death to the Austrians.
Okay. So let's take a look at what I have for my forces.
We'll be in Vienna by morning.
Okay, I've got some Hussar, the Hussars. Okay,
Advancing or pushing?
my brigade commander. This is one of my infantry brigades, line troops. Okay, with some artillery, and I have my brigade commander. Over here, I have another brigade. Here as well. That is my divisional commander. That would be basically myself. And then I have divisional artillery as well. But I am right next to the commanding general and the emperor. I am at the right hand of the emperor. I'm just going to say not everybody gets to be at the right hand of the emperor. I'm just saying, for all you haters out there, just deal with it. All right, let's see how turn one turns out. Okay, guys, I have been given my orders, what I'm supposed to do here. I need to hold on to this village here. Now, in reality, each building is a group of buildings. So I can put a battalion of guys in each of the buildings and hold on for dear life. These guys, I'm going to have them march into the field here. My artillery units, I'm going to break them up. I'm going to put 2 cannon there for the line of sight down there to keep them busy. Keep them honest. The other 2, I'm probably going to position it in that direction. It depends on how the Austrians are going to do. Okay? So, very quickly, this is Napoleon is invading Austria. We just crossed the Danube River. So behind us is the Danube River. Our backs are the Danube River. The Austrians are trying to kick us out. They're trying to drive us back to the Danube River and not lose Austria. Okay. So these are the ruffians I got to deal with. Okay, well, we're trying to conclude the French turn 1. The Austrian cavalry moves forward. 1 battalion countercharged when the French cuirassiers charged forward, so we don't know the results yet. I held my Hussar in reserve. I had 1 battalion of infantry go into one of the houses, so that's secure. The other battalion of infantry is next to the house, so next turn I want to go in there and make sure it's done. I'm hoping these guys will be moving forward. These guys moved up to the edge of the cornfield, the wheat field, sorry. And my artillery, I thought I was going to split them up, but since the Austrian player was so nice in bringing up his artillery on the hill, I decided to open fire, and I scored a hit on one of the artillery units. And this is going to be quite the dilemma. These are not my guys, but these artillery are seeing the clear line of sight to these Austrian Lancer dudes. So this ought to be interesting. Over on this side of the table, we got 3/4 of the village securely in French hands.
There we go.
And we've already got blood on the battlefield. We've got disordered. We've got casualties taken.
How'd they get disordered?
And he's going to make. Did you hit him how many times? 2 once? Are you going to make a save?
Okay, so I'm over here in the Warlord Games room. There is a bolt action tournament going on. And in this case here, bolt action is a World War II 28mm game.
I'm going to advance my...
So we have Germans versus
America.
the U.S. Okay.
America.
Give you an idea about some of the fighting.
It'd be nice to see teammates.
Where is the...
So basically, one figure represents one individual, and the groups are Groups are given orders, but the order that the orders are given in, it's random. The order dice are pulled out of a bag, depending on the color. It's either the Americans get the order or the Germans get the order, so that's why there's that randomization effect there.
Okay.
So it has been fairly popular, especially in the last few years, especially if our Warhammer players that they want to go over it in historicals. Bolt action has been a very positive influence in that. Okay, so we are at the French half of turn 2. It's been a bloody game, but that's pretty typical for Black Powder. The Austrian heavy cavalry charged into the French cuirassier. There was countercharging. Bottom line, the cuirassier took the worst of it. And at this point now, the cuirassier division is now basically a speed bump, short of running off the board. Hussars are still there. They're waiting for orders. I moved up my artillery there in the woods. My infantry, I gave orders to go and seize the village. So the village is firmly in French hands. They were able to fire into the flank of this cavalry unit, inflicting 3 hits. The horse artillery fired on here, inflicting a casualty and disordered him.
So anyway,
My other infantry brigade, I ordered it to charge into the wheat fields. Can't see each other quite yet.
so I have 6 dice. He gets 2.
These 2 artillery
separately, or do you fight?
fired and missed on the Austrian artillery. These 2 artillery went fired into the flank, fired into the Australian Prince and Lancers, and doing damage to them. I don't know if you got to hear everything, but bottom line is we are fighting, and that's the fun part about Black Powder. Over there, you can see on the other side, things are getting mixed up there as we're moving through. Shifting through, shifting through. And as you can see, the inspiring general is putting forth his men. It is the Austrians are taking casualties on this side here. The French have the village, at least 3 of the 4 buildings. French cavalry have been disordered as well. This isn't over, and the French artillery have a very sweet area to go and fire on those Austrians over there. All right, and we're moving on. As the day is winding down, we are, taking a look at the games. Still games going on. The Black Powder Napoleon's Adventure in Austria game did result, just like in history. Napoleon was defeated, and it was a Pyrrhic victory for the Austrians. As you can see, DVA is still going strong. Gettysburg guys still are there, still fighting it out. We got Crimson Skies. The Flames of War crew is still going on.
Everybody has.
All right.
I'm just saying the command
As
team.
we are concluding our time here. Okay, got anything to say, young man?
Nothing much. Really.
All right.
Just hi.
All right, take it easy.
Like YouTube.
It is going on YouTube.
Oh my goodness.
I'm not joking. It is going on YouTube. Hey!
Packing stuff and worrying about my dad. We got to move our whole place. I brought the price support. In other words, you have to move. Yeah, got it. So in addition to everything else is good. And then I got a phone call today that my brother found his 22 or 23-year-old daughter unconscious, face planted, bleeding on the tile. And so 911 got her to the hospital. She was severely dehydrated. How you dehydrate in the modern age, but I guess she wasn't paying attention and passed. I got closer to a CT scan, make sure it wasn't like a brain bleed or lots of fun things. Thank you.
Yeah, well, that's fun.
This is my son Matthew.
Hey,
said hi, and is this going on YouTube?
It is going on there, so I'll let you guys know when, okay? See you guys. End of the awesome day, take 2. So we're just ending our day here with a Civil War display, okay, with the drum of some infantry regiment. I don't know. My father-in-law actually has a real Confederate drum out there, but I don't know if the uniforms are authentic or not. It doesn't matter. It's just awesome to see history, because that's kind of like what we do here. Okay, as we end this Miniwars 2017, and with that, I hear that we're going to have it again next year here. Awesome news. Oh, the Napoleonics game, 2,300 figures on the table. Awesome. Alrighty then. Well, guys, that's it for Saturday, September the 30th. 2017, the Miniwars Convention. Take care.